More medications, less health. Something's broken. Traditional medicine manages symptoms, but true healing addresses root cause. I'm Josh Rimany, pharmacist turned healer. At Beyond the Pills, we merge ancient wisdom with modern day science to inspire you through stories of transformation, practical trainings, and holistic healing. Join me and other practitioners as we guide you towards vibrant health, body, mind, and spirit, and move beyond symptom management into true healing. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Beyond the Pills, where I am on location. I am here in Las Vegas. There's the Sphere right there. We are here in Las Vegas doing some fun stuff here with Beyond the Pills. And I wanted to talk about the trio in a new way, because when I was working through this, I really started to understand the impact that these three supplements, when optimized and when spoken about in the right way, can literally change the direction of your health, save hundreds of thousands of lives from chronic conditions, which is pretty much all we're doing here at Beyond the Pills. And so welcome to this episode. I'm going to call this the first installment of our new community site. And we're going to be putting in something called Rimany's Remedies, these small little bite-sized pieces of information about things that I've used in practice for years that could be super impactful for your health. And when done right, you get a link to engage, because that's what we're all about at Beyond the Pills, especially in this new community, is we literally want you to be able to act on what we've been talking about for all these years on the podcasts. So I want to talk to you guys a little bit about the supplement trio that we gift to the community when they join as founding members. I've spoken a lot about this, and I want to just reframe it a little bit for you, because we're not just talking supplements. A supplement fills the gap. It supplements what you don't get out of the diet, right? But when you optimize your health and we optimize these nutrients, everything changes, everything shifts. And so you might have been told labs are normal, but normal isn't optimal. Normal is the floor. And a lot of the times when we look at things from a sick care perspective, we think about replacing something or moving it from a deficiency state into normal. But when we talk about wellness, I want everyone to think about what is optimized, not what is the minimum. Because the RDA for supplements, the written recommended daily allowance, right, was set up to prevent disease. We're not aiming to get deficiencies replaced, right? So rickets, scurvy, like those are where the RDA came from. So we're going to do something aiming for something completely different now. We're aiming to thrive. And the deficiency crisis of what we're talking about here in our modern society, and I'll talk about why these three nutrients, all single nutrients, when optimized together, creates a massive impact for your health and for the community at large. So let's talk about that. The trio: vitamin D, omega-3, magnesium, when put together, are virtually deficient in almost everyone. 40% of Americans are deficient in vitamin D. We're not even talking optimal. 50 to 90% of people are not getting enough omega-3 fatty acids from their diet. And about 48 to 60% of people are magnesium insufficient. And most of them have never been told that. These aren't rare problems. This is everybody. And this is why I always said, if I could give three things to everybody, this is what I would do. And so we're going to talk about that. This is you, this is your neighbor, this is your family, this might be your patients in your clinics. So let's talk about it. Omega-3, uh, it's the star. Cardiovascular disease kills 600,000 people in our country alone, in America. Um, Half of those are from sudden death. In other words, no warning, first symptom, death. That's the worst symptom you could have that showed up first for a condition. And in one study, we had 15,000 physicians over 17 years. This is the data. This isn't me speaking. They showed a 90% reduction in sudden cardiac death when people had the highest levels of omega-3. So think about that. If half the people die of cardiovascular death in this country, half of those deaths are from sudden death, and 90% reduction if we can optimize one number. That's massive. That's not a drug. That's a fatty acid we use to get from our food. But our American diets are rich in omega-6. We all know this. And historically, omega-6 to omega-3 ratios went from a 4-to-1 to like up to 25, 40-to-1 today. We literally changed our cellular chemistry at a population level, and it went under the radar. So the omega-3 index, most important cardiovascular marker your doctor may never have ordered, not because it was his fault, but because we just don't have it in our society. We haven't built that out yet. And if most Americans are around 4 to 5% of red blood cell omega-3 in their blood. But if you optimize up to 8%, that's when they saw the studies and the data correlated with the reduction of risk of cardiovascular death. So cool, right? So that's omega-3. Well, let's put this all together now. Vitamin D, even just calling it a vitamin, misnames it a little bit. It's a steroid hormone. It regulates over 2,000 genes. It's not just something nice to have for your bones. There's receptors virtually every tissue in your body, immune, brain, heart, metabolic, reproductive, it's there. Normal labs is above 30, but optimal research is 50 to 80 nanograms per milliliter. That gap is where the disease lives. We don't address it until it's a deficiency below 30, but we're never looking to optimize up to that 50 to 80 range. Again, here's the data to support what this means. 12 to 13% reduction in cancer mortality in people who maintain optimized levels. That's across all meta-analysis. That means we know it can reduce cancer rates. And I'm a cancer survivor, so this is big for me. The big trial people used to dismiss on vitamin D, the VITAL trial, never even got people into the optimization zone. They tested the wrong dose in people that weren't truly deficient. That's not vitamin D failure. That's a study design problem. So now we're talking omega-3, vitamin D, both optimized. You can optimize both of those with one blood spot test, which we offer in our community. Well, here's the kicker, the magnesium. The key nobody knew they needed. Magnesium's essential for 300 enzymatic reactions: energy, sleep, stress, blood sugar, heart rhythm, bone. Here's the thing that changes everything. When you add all three of these together, it's not one by itself. Vitamin D cannot activate in the body without magnesium. Both conversion steps are magnesium dependent. So if up to 150% of Americans have a vitamin D sitting inactive in their body because they don't have enough magnesium to turn it on. So you can supplement with vitamin D for months and barely move your levels. And that's because magnesium is key. If you don't optimize that as well, so we miss that quite a bit because standard serum magnesium test misses most of it. Only 1% of magnesium is in the blood. Normal serum does not mean you need to replete. So here's the synergy, why the three matter, right? They don't work in isolation. It's like a biochemical triangle. Magnesium activates vitamin D. Omega-3 makes your cell membranes more fluid and receptive, so vitamin D signals better. Vitamin D and omega-3 together drive down the inflammation that was blocking everything from working in the first place. Optimize these, all three supplements simultaneously. You're not getting three benefits. You're getting a compounding amplified effect. You see what I'm talking about here? This is why I give all three, not one, not two, three. And if you join the community, we gift this to you right off the bat, because this is where we want to start. So what's the deal, though? The deficiency versus supplementation versus optimization. Deficiency equals disease, rickets, arrhythmia, real pathology. Supplementation closes the gap. You're in some normal range, and somebody, your doctor, one of your health professionals says you're fine. But what about optimization? What does the research say is actually associated with the best outcomes? Lowest disease risk, highest function. That's a completely different target. We are here, not here to get you to normal. We're here to get you to optimal. So here's the bigger vision. We put this on the community site right in the space, and we'll give you links so you can learn more and read more about this if you're interested. Millions of people are on blood pressure medication. Magnesium and vitamin D both modulate vascular tone. Millions are on antidepressants. Omega-3 and vitamin D and magnesium all influence serotonin, dopamine, and GABA, calming neurotransmitters. Millions are on statins, while the omega-3 index, one of the most predictive cardiovascular markers available, was never measured. We're not saying stop any medication. We never are here. We're saying the conversation around why you need them was never complete. Root cause medicine asks, what is the body missing that is allowing this dysfunction to exist? In other words, we're restoring balance. Sometimes the answer starts with three things that are deficient in almost anyone. So I wrote a paper about it. I put it in the community. I wrote all this up, the science, the data, the references. It's all there in the community for free. If you go to gobeyondthepills.com, it links you right to the community. You can sign up to ask questions for free. And the paper is my deep dive. And this episode is the invitation. So join the community. You can get the paper. And if you join as a paid member, $95 a year, we give you that trio worth $95. So it's a real energy exchange for your investment in your community. We're gifting it back to you. It's my gift to you. That's it. That's the beginning. This is not a supplement play. This is the foundation for everything. And when the foundation is solid, everything else we do together works better. So join the community. Go to gobeyondthepills.com. The reference links are there. The science is there. I didn't say it. The data supports it. It's just, I want you to think, when you put all three together, three supplements optimized makes the difference. I hope you enjoyed this one. Check out our community website. There's going to be more and more and more things we're putting in there. This was fun, guys. This is our first installment of Rimany's Remedies. In 15 minutes or less, you're going to get a little bump in some ideas that could help you move beyond the pills. Until next time, stay well. Thanks for joining me today on Beyond the Pills. If our mission to de-prescribe 10 million unnecessary medications resonates with you, share this episode, subscribe, and leave a review. Whether you're a practitioner or someone ready to reclaim your health, visit rx2wellness.com for free resources to begin your journey. Together, let's go beyond the pills and co-create a world of vibrant health and true healing. Until next time, live better and stay well.